Hey everybody, it's me again, Kale. Here once more, bringing you a new game. And if you couldn't tell by the sidebars, the thumbnail, and all that, as per usual, I'll let the Colonel explain. As soon as he gets here. Be prepared for that to be the running gag for this series, because that's not going away.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces.
Hell yeah.
Being led by members of Foxhound.
Brief me, Colonel. Brief me good.
They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss. And they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA.
The only true Snake.
And the president of Army.
The voice actor, not
Baker.
the character.
Both are being held as
there are a lot of snakes, as far as characters are concerned.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
SDV.
After the SDV gets as close as it can,
Oh, it explains that on the screen.
thereon you'll have to swim.
Gotta appreciate a game that, like, at least gives you, at one point,
High-tech Special Forces Unit
the
your former
acronym's meaning.
that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity.
My headband's getting itchy.
Psycho Mattis, with his powerful
Mostly because it's made out of socks.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation.
Motherfucker.
Formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the
Liquid!
same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island.
Again,
Structured by Kodak
it's
after you
gonna
reach
get
the target.
old, and I apologize profusely.
As usual, this is a one-man
But it will not
infiltration
stop.
mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Let's fucking go. If you can't tell, I'm excited, because it's time to fucking play Metal Gear Solid! It's been a long time coming! And it's the Year of the Snake, so it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Let's go! There we go, good. Oh, should I do the briefing? That's just gonna turn this more into a... That's gonna turn this first episode into an entire goddamn movie. Yeah, fine. Oh. Oh, is it circle? You motherfuckers. Noted. Oh, yeah. Look at those PS1 abs!
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to greet an old...
Also, it's kind of hard to tell with this grainy footage, but,
What do you want from me?
like a beard going on right now, right?
We could have a talk.
Invite it. That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Fox.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
How do you know it?
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
I don't remember Naomi being so aggressively British.
Listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Fuck.
Nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal
Again, it's
facility.
the Solid Snake means of
Foxhound
conversation.
making a nuclear weapon?
You just ask questions.
Now you understand.
You
how
ask what the
serious
person
this
just said
is.
as a question to get more information.
You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Got it.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike
Right.
and stop them if they do.
We did go over that in the sub.
Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Oh. These all have voice acting? Fucking better, because... How do I... Oh, now it's X? Fuck you.
I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin Lakes.
Why, Snake? Is your life in Alaska all that great?
There's a dog sled race this week. Next Saturday, I have to be in Anchorage.
The Iditarod? The longest sled race in the world?
Yeah.
When did you become a dog musher?
Right now, my 50 huskies are my only family. I've got to take care of them.
God, he's such a badass.
Don't worry about your dogs.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Snake, but this vessel is headed for the Bering Sea.
Did you kill his dogs?
I told you, even if I do owe you, I don't owe anything to this army or this country.
You will accept this assignment.
Why should I be stupid enough to do that? I'm no patriot.
Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
Oh, I see. Blackmail.
No, Snake. I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily. But anyway,
Damn.
I know you better than that. You take this assignment even without the threat.
Why do you say that?
You're a natural-born soldier. You're not the grow old gracefully type.
I don't remember the
Same for
Colonel being this much of an asshole either.
The only place we can feel truly alive is on the battlefield. I'm a soldier too. I know those feelings of powerlessness, frustration that you feel every day. You've tried to play the Boy Scout out there in Alaska, but you can't race dogs in the snow forever.
Well, I could
Come
have.
back to us and be a soldier again.
You think my life is some kind of a joke?
Snake, I just want to give you back your purpose in life.
I mean, I probably could have if you didn't, like, kidnap me. Would have been pretty easy. Now I'm back out here. What the hell? Yeah. Wait, what the hell? Where's with the buttons in this game? Oh, no, that's not working. I'm trying to access my briefing files. What the hell? Okay, I know that button works. Oh no. I'm having a hard time navigating the menu, y'all. Oh. Oh, that's why. I'm just an idiot. It's fine. We've all been there. We've all been dumb before. Welcome to the movie, y'all.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Man, I'm so glad this happened in a fictional, like, early 2000s.
At this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead,
If I was the president right now, I'd have thoughts.
The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they
It's not over signal, is it? Just
a
checking.
COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA?
I have control of the camera right now.
Feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk
I can pan down. I don't need to pan down.
A nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Oh, we got one? Sick. Talk to me, Colonel. Talk to me.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by Kodak.
A female analyst?
She's built up an
The fuck, Snake?
record as an advisor for the nuclear emergency search team.
Oh, that actually tracks with Snake.
Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
At her home in Los Angeles.
California. Seems like 1,000,000 miles away.
Sick.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Yeah.
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank.
Can I still be
The
Snake?
person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
Rough. What's the deal?
What was your niece doing here?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War. And since then, I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's
Age
not very
18.
soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
It's implications right
I've
there.
thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
With my personality, I don't have too many friends.
That's what I trust about you. It's what makes you human. Please, Snake.
What, my introverted nature?
All
Fair.
right. But I have two conditions.
Name them.
One, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And two, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing...
Because I knew you could
was,
control me.
I'm
Fair.
not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
Got him.
doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy.
Man, I'm glad they
She
got the
knows more
tasteful
about this
shadows
than
for
anyone else.
his bits.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make
I don't need
no
to see it.
mistake,
I can leave
I'm not
that
a
to
nurse. I'm a scientist.
I can leave that to the imagination.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an
Nice.
anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines.
Oh, that's good.
Not just one kind, either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A
Nootropics?
class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes, Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail.
Oh, I'm gonna be so fucking jazzed.
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing sinister about any of that. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, I didn't even do this one. Oh, there's probably just like that, an exiting clip is all. Well, tell me about the infiltration method. Now that I actually know how to navigate this menu.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie.
Or
the insertion
game.
method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo.
Launch.
It has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV
Yes,
gets as close
yes,
as
Nick,
it
that's a
can,
very
we'll
viable
dispose
word.
of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Roger. Oh, there's more. Talk to me, Colonel.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
If you take 19 hours, do they launch? See, that's a question I kind of need to consider, because this isn't going to be like a speed run attempt. Obviously, this is me presenting. Hopefully, while I'm in codec calls, a timer stops. Tell me about the hostages.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Oh, good. Well, that's one of them. What about the other guy?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. Since the end of the
ICBM.
Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
Horrifying. I hope this is interesting for all of you. I love this shit.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next generation
That sounds unfortunate.
special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
That's it? Okay. Can you elaborate on the terrorists' demands?
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right.
Corpse.
To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project.
Take a shot every time he just turns one of the words he heard into a question.
Following up on this research,
Please
the
don't.
military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay.
Isn't that
So
eugenics?
if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
That seems far-fetched and unlikely. Welcome to sci-fi, Snake. Oh, fair.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was
How many are
recovered
there?
after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore
I know.
his DNA profile
I did
from just
that.
a single strand of his hair.
With a lighter
People are amazing.
and an aerosol
You
can.
transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The sons of Big Boss?
Eh. Tell me about it. Keep giving me that lore. Come on.
Tell me about the...
Come on. I swear we'll start the game today. I promise you that.
Started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21.
20 Ren.
Trained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Hey!
Don't forget they've all been strengthened.
Fair.
with gene
I don't go around waving a gun
power
everywhere.
Genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The
Wow.
interesting thing is that nearly every
Fair.
member of the unit conspired in this attack.
It's almost like giving everybody the genes of the world's most notorious traitor wasn't a solid plan. I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm just saying he is a known traitor. Reason for unanimous approval, and how can we achieve such?
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
Oh, that's not
Do
good.
that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the
Well, how the hell am I going to stop them? They have terrible perception. Oh, okay.
We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
Alright, let's talk about the bosses. Come on.
High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable
Motherfucker.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
I think this is the last briefing, you guys.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake. The man with the same code name as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager. The youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him. Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so. That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him. Now that I've met you,
Why? Because I look like him?
You've got something that he doesn't. I can see it in your eyes.
Why don't I find that thought more comforting?
Well, we've been briefed. Extensively briefed. Oh.
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry, just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I've been out in the wilds for a while.
For the leader of the terrorists.
Damn, Regal's got some powerful zoomies. Maybe we can harness that. Well, normally after such, I would say that's time to end the episode, but feels kind of janky to end the episode without even starting the goddamn game. So let's fucking go! Radar off. Yeah, I don't know if I want radar off for me just trying to present the game. We'll consider that later, but we'll go normal at the very least. I'm in. And you gotta appreciate just how cinematic they made this game on the PS1.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
I don't think we were briefed on bothersome flies. It looked like Snake.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected.
Yeah.
You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When
I
you
can
want
see
to use the
that.
codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select
Just
button.
remember something that's gonna be a little
Codecs
bit
receive
funky
directly
later on.
through
We'll get to that
the
later.
lobes of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go! Okay. Okay. There's crouch. I guess that's grapple. First person, I can use it to kind of scan the area, look up and down. Good. What's this? Punch. Okay. There's items. Got my smokes. Got my scope. Those are the only things I have on hand right now. Great. Awesome. Love that. Ooh, hey, there's something in the water. Hold on. 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 That seemed important. I'm going to take that. Oh, I fell. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Saw some patrols.
What was that noise?
I don't know. Oh, come on! I was just punching a guy! Alright, not ideal. Not a smooth start! Oh, 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 shit, oh! Oh, God, they don't stay out long. Oh, they don't stay out long. They don't stay out long at all. No, you didn't. Shut up. Fuck.
Where'd he go?
Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Yeah. Or don't. You can just leave. Oh, damn it. No, this is going great. Fuck me. I'm just gonna hide behind this barrel real quick. They go under. Yeah, let's just go under here. You know what? I changed my mind. This was a silly idea. Let's go back to the Iditarod. Not a slow walk button? Can you both just, like, go away? Oh, shit. Okay. I did it! I'm at no health, but we're in. It's now a good time to mention that I haven't played this version of the game in probably 2 decades. That's alright. We'll get better. And I didn't die, so, you know. Fuck yeah, let's go. He's your boy with his high cheekbones. All right, no more alerts. We're good. We're good. Nothing but solid gameplay from here on out. Colonel.
Snake, I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Yeah, about that, Colonel. They, may have also already known that I'm here.
Behind D.
Kinda fucked up.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
I got some big firepower, Colonel. I'm mildly concerned.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
She sounds smart.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
How?
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But,
Shouldn't be that surprised.
You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend.
The,
But first...
the hitting on women in the middle of a mission thing is part of my genes.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
Also, I've noticed I don't have any,
The
like,
DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting
slower
nanomachines as
upright
you.
movement,
It should
so
appear on your radar as a green dot.
gotta
Get
make
whatever
use of
information
crouching.
you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Gotcha.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96.
Oh, we're not expecting me to
It's a
write this
dedicated
down.
frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry
everybody's
to
so
disappoint,
horny.
I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
Unfortunate.
One sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
Less heavily guarded.
I can't see it from here.
But I bet it's in that alcove that's weirdly lit.
I'll let you decide
Bam.
the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
And with that, we're in. Let's fucking go! By that I mean let's end the episode! But first, I want to get some inspiring information from Mei-Ling.
What's up, Snake?
Save the game. You enough space, right? Sick.
Snake, remember what the Gaul said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
You're such a charmer, Snake. Alright, well with that, I think we'll call the episode. With the mission beginning, there's nowhere else to go but up. Especially after that last performance. Yikes. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. If you are, let me know down below, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll come back next time and get inside that building. Till then, you'll have yourselves a frabjous day. And I'll see you next adventure. Or mission in this case. Later.